I am Isabella Drake, a composer who stumbled upon an ancient score buried in the archives of musical history, a score that held the promise of haunting melodies and malevolent spirits. Little did I know that the act of bringing this forgotten composition to life would unleash a symphony of terror, a cacophony that would resonate with the vengeful spirits of the past. The discovery of the ancient score was a serendipitous twist of fate. Hidden amidst dusty manuscripts in a forgotten corner of the archives, the composition seemed to call out to me, an enigma rapid in the notes of an ethereal melody. As I traced the intricate lines of the score, a chill crept down my spine, and a sense of foreboding clung to the air like an unseen specter. Rumors spoke of the composition as a forbidden piece, an invocation of malevolent spirits with the power to bridge the gap between the living and the afterlife. The notes, it was said, were a siren's call to entities hungry for revenge, their spectral forms bound by the injustices of a long-forgotten past. Intrigued and fueled by artistic curiosity, I decided to breathe life into this ancient score, unaware of the horrors that awaited. The concert hall, an elegant venue with acoustics that seemed to embrace the melodies of the ages, became the stage for the ominous performance. As I took my place at the grand piano, the audience awaited the unveiling of a musical masterpiece lost to time. The air crackled with anticipation, and a hushed silence descended upon the concert hall, creating an atmosphere pregnant with the unknown. The first notes echoed through the hall, their resonance haunting and evocative. As the melody unfolded, the atmosphere thickened with an otherworldly presence. It was as if the music itself had summoned the spirits of the past, and the boundary between the living and the afterlife began to blur. As the final notes of the haunting melody reverberated through the concert hall, a spectral chill enveloped the space. Shadows danced on the periphery, and the air pulsated with the energy of unseen entities. The malevolent spirits awakened by the forbidden composition manifested in a symphony of terror that transcended the boundaries of the living. The audience, initially captivated by the ethereal performance, now found themselves ensnared in a supernatural nightmare. The spirits, their forms twisted by the injustices of the past, surged forth with an ethereal vengeance. Spectral figures emerged from the shadows, their faces distorted by the pain of long-forgotten betrayals. Panic rippled through the audience as the malevolent spirits sought retribution. The concert hall, once a sanctuary of artistic expression, became a battleground between the living and the vengeful entities that now roamed its hallowed halls. The harmony of the damned echoed through the air, a chilling soundtrack to the unfolding terror. In the chaos that ensued, I realized the gravity of my artistic exploration. The forbidden composition, once a mere curiosity, had become a conduit for the spectral forces that hungered for justice. The malevolent spirits, now unleashed upon the living, sought to redress the wrongs that had condemned them to an eternity of torment. Desperation set in as I grappled with the consequences of my musical invocation. The audience, trapped in a spectral nightmare, looked to me for salvation. I, the unwitting conductor of this symphony of terror, sought to find a way to quell the spirits that now sought revenge for the sins of the past. The malevolent spirits, fueled by the energy of the haunting melody, seemed impervious to reason. Shadows clung to their forms, and the air buzzed with the otherworldly resonance of their spectral wails. The concert hall, once a haven of artistic expression, now bore witness to a supernatural confrontation that defied mortal understanding. In a desperate bid to end the nightmare, I returned to the grand piano. The haunting melody, still lingering in the air, seemed to pulse with the energy of the malevolent spirits. As I played a counter melody, a plea for peace woven into the notes, the atmosphere shifted. The spirits, momentarily captivated by the alternative composition, hesitated in their relentless pursuit of vengeance. The audience, caught in the crossfire between the haunting melody and the plea for peace, felt the ebb and flow of supernatural forces. The concert hall, once a battlefield, now became a nexus of conflicting energies, the harmony of the damned clashing with the discordant notes of a desperate plea for mercy. In a climactic moment, the spirits seemed to waver. The ancient score, now a vessel for both malevolence and redemption, teetered on the brink of a supernatural resolution. The shadows that had gripped the spectral forms began to dissipate, and the air vibrated with the uncertain equilibrium between the living and the afterlife. With a final crescendo, The concert hall fell silent. The malevolent spirits, their spectral forms fading into the ether, retreated into the shadows of the past. The haunting melody, once a harbinger of terror, now lingered as a fading echo in the recesses of the concert hall. As the audience emerged from the supernatural ordeal, a palpable sense of relief washed over the concert hall. The ancient score, its secrets revealed, now stood as a testament to the dangers of toying with forces beyond mortal comprehension. The haunted symphony, with its malevolent spirit seeking revenge, had been silenced, but the echoes of the spectral encounter lingered in the collective memory of those who had borne witness to the harmony of the damned. I, Isabella Drake, the unwitting conductor of this supernatural symphony, now carried the weight of the forbidden composition's consequences. The concert hall, once a haven of artistic expression, bore the scars of a nightmarish encounter that transcended the boundaries of music and mortality. As I left the grand piano behind, the echoes of the haunting melody lingered, a chilling reminder that some compositions, once lost to time, should remain buried in the archives of musical history.